missed the countdown.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Welcome back to the Clashing Conferences podcast. We're back with our third episode. We're going to jump right in it because one of us is on a time constraint. So the results from the internal competition last week, we had, to no one's real happiness, Topher winning 2 of the 3.
I'm very happy.
I was talking about the rest of us.
us.
So 3 points by a single player and field goals made by a single player in the same game for the Big Ragu.
I'm so proud of you for that.
Well, I listen, I guess.
Very nice. You look like you could be his cousin.
I could say is I don't. I did see a picture of him. I don't know that I could say his real name, so I'm glad.
DiVincenzo.
That's it.
Yeah, give him his props because he earned it.
He's lucky he's Italian.
Big Ragu was stirring the pot last night. Let's go. He was cooking.
And then Tony P got 1 point for team assist, so he's staying in the game.
Yeah.
So that leaves. What's up? Go ahead, Tony.
I was just saying, a big win against Oklahoma City, and a game we needed, and against good competition. Not against the Detroit Pistons. So I'm proud. It was a good win. Awesome. Big win yesterday.
That leaves the standings. Topher, you're in the lead for the season with 3. Matt has 1. Tony has 2, and Mike, you don't have anything. So,
damn, Corey, why ain't you on this show? You were supposed to be on this show.
He is the knight.
I wouldn't have had anything either.
Well, I guess what we do is, if you win a weekly competition, you can bring somebody on. This is something me and Steven talked about for a while. And Mike, that's a good call. So good segue here. Corey Dickinson here is a long life friend and big Bulls fan, as you can see. I told you early on when I first started doing this with you guys that I rooted for the Bulls, and this was my guy. This was my best friend.
Anybody on this earth ever seen a Bulls fan change to the Knicks? I have.
No.
Only one in the world.
All right, go.
Good. Go ahead. Go on with your introduction. I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I want to hear about it. So, instead of me talking about how great my Knicks were last night, because Tony P already downplayed it because he said it was the Pistons. I want to introduce Corey. I want him to tell us about why you're a Bulls fan and tell us about yourself, man.
All right. I knew Chris all my life. Knew Mike. No Dave. No the producer. But wanted to come on. Talk a little mess with y'all. I like the podcast. I enjoy it because it's just what we do normally anyway. So it is what it is. But Bulls fan, obviously. That guy, Jordan. Stuck with him all my life. Had some fun winning 6. Had some fun with the Derrick Rose years. We should have beat Boston. Remember that, Matt? That series was all that.
I
One of my favorite series of all time.
I brought that up one time to Matt early on. We were talking about it. I was saying with Tibbs, the kind of we had Rose, but I was saying
Tibbs killed him. Tibbs killed his career.
He did. But what I'm saying is, the Knicks now, they're trying to play that type of that game, that tough defense. They're using Jalen Brunson, the point guard. He's leading the pack.
It
kind of reminds me of that Tibbs, that Bulls team. We just got
as long as you're not comparing Jalen Brunson to Derrick Rose, I'm fine with it.
I mean, it's early, bro. It's early. It's early. I don't know. He's a different guy right now. You don't think you should be? You don't think you should be in the MVP talks? I think he deserves to be in the MVP talks.
In New York.
All right.
He's balling. I'll give him props. But no, I'm a Knicks hater. I don't know any Bulls fans that would root for the Knicks, so I'm a Knicks hater. Boston hater, but I'm not as hater as much as I am the Knicks. Bucks,
let's go.
I can deal with them. Mike,
you love Grandmama.
Yeah, I can.
Come on.
When Jake Jordan went there, so you know what I mean? It's a little piece of me got to root for him.
Man, he set us back a decade.
He sure did.
Yeah.
But
He was
no, other than
not. He
that,
was not the Jordan of owners.
no.
We said that too, didn't we? Didn't we? Me and
Yep.
you talked about. Me and Corey talked about that. Well, we'd said it, but me and Corey talked about that early on. We didn't think he would be like as good in being an owner as like
Because he had that killer instinct, and none of them guys had that, and
Mm-hmm.
they couldn't handle it.
And I think one time we said he would probably be in a lot of trouble if he was ever a head coach. He couldn't do that either. He would kill somebody.
No, couldn't handle it.
It would be
I think
bad.
he would fall in love with like UNC players and like UConn players, and like he'd fall in love with those big program schools, and he'd draft them, and I don't know. I guess they wouldn't have they'd pan out ever, you know.
Hey, those are my two squads. You simmer down. March Madness.
Still in it too.
Sweet
Love it.
16.
Yep. I do like Marquette. I don't want to get
Yeah?
into basketball. I don't want it in college here, but I do like Marquette.
Yeah, they're a good team. So Corey, I'm interested. Like, I think the Bulls are a really interesting team. Like, I know obviously there's a lot of nostalgia at play with the Bulls, but like, I guess I'm kind of interested to hear what, like, I don't know, like what, like anything about like right now. Like, I think the Bulls they're just
Honestly,
desert, man.
we're
You're
a
the
point guard
Hornets.
away from being halfway decent. I feel like if LaMelo Ball, Lonzo Ball didn't get hurt, we had a chance to be probably better than the Knicks.
Stop it. Well, we're gonna find out. We play you on the 5th, and we play you on the what? We're going
Right.
on the what's the date? We're going on the 9th.
I want us to run it back. I want to see if Lonzo's healthy, and let's try it one more year.
So
Zach
it's
LaVine
kinda
healthy.
like the same thing. You want to keep running back the same team?
Just one more. I want one healthy year, and I'm good.
Do you think that you're in the majority of like Chicago fans? Like,
No, they're ready to blow it up. They've been ready to blow it up.
but like,
Me,
yeah.
I'm old school. I wanna run it back one more time.
So you think like the pieces that you have right now could go on a deep run with like DeRozan?
We can win 2 rounds in the playoffs.
And you're satisfied with that?
DeRozan's a closer. Zach LaVine can get hot anytime. We need a point guard that gives him the ball.
Hey, Corey, I know you're new here, but Chris has the like lock on the dumb shit. So you can't say things like that.
That's what you all think. I can't wait till the NFL one starts because I'm gonna make everybody look dumb next year. Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. Yeah, I mean, damn, like they're still keeping my boy DJ, so I must know something they know.
Stop it.
Well,
I'm not doing that.
Them regimes ain't letting him go.
I did not come here to. I didn't come here to talk football.
Corey, who's a free agent after this year? Isn't DeRozan one of them? And
yeah, I feel like I kind of wanted him to go somewhere this year just because, like, let him go to a playoff team. He's getting older. Let him have some fun.
But then who do you have though? That's your core.
We don't. We'll have to.
That's
like,
your core.
if we would have traded DeRozan, then it would have been like, all right, let's blow it up. Let's start over. I didn't like Vucevic, Zach LaVine. He's not a number one. We paid him. He ain't a number one.
That's why I'm just thinking like those you had the most quality pieces out of any team in the NBA going into the trading deadline. You could have made so many moves to like set your team forward, and then now you're like, I just want to let DeRozan go for nothing now. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is, but that's me.
Yeah. And also, I would have loved DeRozan on the Bucks. So I would have loved him right now.
He wouldn't go there. He would go to LA just because that's where he's from.
You would love to have
been a nice
DiVincenzo
third
back
piece.
right now, though, Tony P, wouldn't you?
Huh?
You would like to have DiVincenzo back right now, though, huh?
Dude, I do not want DiVincenzo back because he's going to screw you in the playoffs.
He's not, dude. It's different. See, on your team, he didn't get the shots he deserved. Like he's it. He's number 2 right now. Like he's number 2 right now. So in your team, you had Middleton, you had Giannis had to have the ball, Drew had to have the ball. DiVincenzo, he needs the ball. He wasn't getting the ball in Golden State. I think that's what he's benefiting from playing with Steph.
So you want the ball in his hand in playoff games?
I mean, but it's going to go in Brunson's hands.
Okay.
I told you, be back for the playoffs.
I don't think he'll ever be right this year. The Brunson we were seeing in early January, just end of December, I don't think we'll ever see that this year, and it's a shame. That's the reason why.
Randall?
I think Randall. I think that's the reason why we can't win the championship. I think we can go to the Eastern Conference Finals without him. And I'm not
I'm telling you.
Tony, you texted me the other day and you said I'm disrespecting a lot of teams. It ain't that I'm disrespecting them. I think for the first time, for how deep they are and talented they are, I think they can beat anybody any given night. Anybody.
But
I'm not saying in a 7-game series all the time. I'm not saying Denver. But I think they can beat anybody any given night. And I could, come on, let's be real. Could anybody say that about the Knicks ever in the last, probably since Ewing and them played?
No, sir.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think they can beat anybody any given night. They are.
I'm glad they're good.
You wait till they get, like Mitchell's getting ready to come back. Mitchell's getting
playoffs
OG.
at Madison Square Garden is fun to watch.
With Eisenhart,
I would lose.
No, I would leave Ihart in the lineup. I'd bring Mitchell Robinson off the bench. With dude, Mike always be clowning me about Hart. Hart had another triple-double last night. Like, dude, the big three from the Ville, nasty.
But it's going to be different when you're playing
nasty
team in a
We're
7-game.
We're deep and we're big. You wait till Mitchell Robinson's in the lineup. There ain't nobody coming
You
down
are
the
deep.
lane. We can guard
that.
you. We can guard you on the inside. We can guard you on the outside.
My problem with the Knicks is
we
you
can
don't
guard
have
anybody
the top
anywhere.
end talent to win in the playoffs.
Yeah, we're designed to win it. I
do have top end talent to win it.
Man.
You got to have top guys to win in the playoffs. You can't just be deep. You got to have the best guys in the NBA.
I think you can now
to win playoff games.
I think you can now because
the Knicks.
I think you can. I mean, I don't know about. I do worry about the West. I do worry about Denver. We played Denver pretty good every time we played them this year. We beat them once. We beat them by 38 one night.
I think the Pacers will take y'all to 7.
Chris, yes, that's what I'm saying, Topher. The Pacers are a complete opposite of what team you are.
I think honestly, out of all the teams other than the Celtics, Pacers is probably the only one. Like I ain't really worried about Miami. I'm definitely not worried about Cleveland.
Oh, Tony. Take that personal.
He ain't worried
about you. He ain't worried about you. He ain't worried about
No,
I
said Miami. I said Miami.
Yeah, I'm waiting
Cavaliers.
for Milwaukee. I am waiting for it.
I didn't say the Bucks yet. I think I'm more worried about Indiana than them, but I'm not really worried about anybody but the Boston. But we're gonna have to play Boston second. We're gonna have to play Boston second. I think it's going to happen that way.
We're getting silly right now. I don't know, man. We're doing that exact stuff that I was talking about a couple of weeks ago.
I don't know what happened yesterday. I mean, it ain't like you guys didn't play well. Like
I was kind of happy
that
happened because we lost to the Scrubs, the Wizards last night.
Yeah, you lost to the Wizards last night.
But once I seen that what Boston did, I said, all right, I can come on here and not be getting shit talked.
Yeah, because they were up and then they blew that. Yeah,
but honestly, that doesn't surprise me because of how the Milwaukee game. Because they were beating up on Milwaukee, and Milwaukee was on the road. They didn't have Giannis. Okay, cool. But then they started doing that thing, like they started playing with their food, and they did not kill the bad guy when they had their chance. And so when that got to be a close game, I went, "Oh, here we go. Same old nonsense. These guys have still not figured it out." So then last night, I'll be honest, I didn't even know there was a game because I was so busy just running around doing stuff. And my cousin and I start texting. He tells me that they lost and blew a 30-point lead. And I was like, I'm not surprised. After what I just saw last week, I'm not surprised because this is what they do. They get punched in the mouth and I don't know. They have not gotten up that hill yet. And
I was looking at the box score though. I mean, out of your big three, you got major points. You got major production out of Brown, out of Tatum, out of Porzingis. Like it ain't like
the problem is we start bombing threes and then we shoot 28%
bombing threes.
From 3. You know what I mean? And you lose by 2. They lost that game to Denver. They lost by 6. They weren't hitting free throws. Brown can't hit free throws. That scares me. You're the highest paid guy in the league. You still are missing free throws in clutch moments. That has got to stop.
That's why I think the Knicks are good at the line. Knicks are high at the 3-point. Knicks are one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. Knicks are deep. We are a playoff problem. We play like Orlando in the first round. I think that series, like people will barely score 100, and that's not even like the NBA. That's what will happen if we play Orlando. Like it's crazy. I can't wait to get Mitchell Robinson and OG back.
Tony, how many nightmares did you have about Peyton Pritchard?
Dude, so Peyton Pritchard went off in that first half. It was crazy. They could not stop him. He'd hit everything. And there was a play I was at work, so I was listening to it. But like there was a play like he out rebound Brooks Brooks Lopez and like rebound the ball from him, and they were like scrapping over the ball. And it's like sometimes those are just effort plays, but I feel like what you said, the Celtics they're a team that plays better in the first half and they let the gas off in the second half, and the Bucks they're the opposite. I think I hear Doc Rivers talk all the time about how third quarter is the biggest quarter. Like that's when they come out of halftime, and they've been jumping on teams right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
You want to do it then. You want to do it at the end of each quarter as well. Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm really loving this Bucks team, man. I was listening to the pod about last week, and I feel like I did not defend my team as well as I should have last time. Like, listen, guys, we got Damian Lillard, and you guys totally disrespected him last week, like slapped him in the face about how dude, he is the number one player. Like he is the guy you go to in the fourth quarter. And the problem the Bucks have
I thought you were going to say that when I was saying about Giannis. When I was trying to say, like, I mean, I think I said last week? I was like, I think I would want Brunson to take the last shot before Tatum. I was going to get it.
The last shot is there's one shot. Like, I mean, one shot in the game. Like Dame.
Dude, Corey, he don't have that fire, man. I'm telling you.
Who?
I don't think Tatum got.
No,
Dame does. I'm talking about Tatum. Something about Tatum, man. I think he's hell of a talent. I just don't feel like he don't have that. Like he's like LeBron a little bit.
I think he's different. I think he's different this year.
I
think he's been hearing a lot.
Did you guys know Dame's fourth all time in 3-pointers?
I like Dame. I really do. Yeah, absolutely.
But then why don't you?
Tatum's going to show out in the playoffs.
No, I think he should take the last shot. I'm saying that's who I thought you were going to say the other week when I was like, who do you want to take? You ain't giving it to Giannis. You know, down 2 with 3 seconds to go, inbound at a half court. You're not giving it to Giannis. I thought you were going to say Dame.
I'm giving it to Bertrons.
Yep. Yeah, you let me down last night, Mike. We were only a half game back behind Cleveland. Come on. And I think you play them again. I think it's a back-to-back.
We are not interested in winning games right now.
You're not.
Fourth from the bottom for that lottery, and there ain't no way.
You're not worse.
We're trying to move up.
Dude, you're not worse than Detroit. Now, I know Detroit didn't have Cunningham last night, but God, that team is bad, man.
But I'll say this, though. Mike, you don't even have nothing for. At least Detroit's got those like they got some young players that you can wrap your head around.
We're going to be fine. Melo's not in there right now.
All right, so I like LaMelo.
He's never in there.
Yeah, I know. You're right.
They got legs made out of breadsticks.
Yeah.
I know. You're talking about
big baller
Brandon Miller is a beast.
Talking about Melo, and you're hating on DiVincenzo.
Brandon Miller is a beast. Y'all going to know that name in the next couple years. You watch.
Who?
Brandon Miller out of Alabama. He's a rookie. Yep. He was the number 2 pick in the draft last year, I think.
Yep.
He's nice.
He's very nice.
Your downfall is going to be Grant Williams because he goes out and pisses off the other team, and then you see him get dunked on the other night?
No.
Oh,
thank God.
He got
it. I mean, he's small. He's like 6 foot. He looks like Barkley out there to me.
Right, but he's not Barkley. Like that's
no. Yeah, he's definitely not Barkley, but
yeah,
stocky, short dude who's kind of big.
Oh, I gotta bring something real quick. Hold on, I gotta bring something up because I saw this. I don't know if you guys did. Did you see what Gilbert Arenas said the other day?
Nope.
I haven't heard Gilbert Arenas' name in years.
That he's going to shoot somebody?
Yeah. Well, so
going on
I'll be honest. He's got, everybody's got a podcast now, so he has a podcast, and it's actually pretty entertaining because I don't know if you've ever heard him off the court or anything, but he's hilarious to say the least.
Yes, he is.
But this guy went on a rant the other day about the Celtics, saying that they haven't done anything in the last 30 years besides the 08 championship, that all their championships are fugazi and all. First off, I'm not going to let anybody besmirch this team whose name is Gilbert. Let's get that straight real quick. Your name is Gilbert, so I would just stop right there.
Know your role, Gilbert.
Know your role. Your name is Gilbert. It rhymes with Dilbert, which is the whitest, nerdiest comic strip of all time. We'll go there. But this is the other thing. How is someone that never won shit going to say something like that? This guy didn't win a goddamn thing. He was an all-star at the Wizards. After that,
I mean, he was good, but yeah.
He got away with one of the biggest robberies in the NBA history with that contract.
That contract.
Played out.
Yes, he did.
But
yes, he did.
How could someone say, again, let's do a cross comparison of the last 30 years, right? Look at the Dallas Mavericks. That's a franchise that had been floundering for a long time. They got one championship. I guarantee you that those players on that team will be forever immortalized to that franchise because they won the championship. They beat the Heatles and LeBron that first year in Miami. What did Gilbert Arenas do? Missed free throws when he played LeBron. Yep, that's what I remember him for. So, a little curious how this guy could talk this trash, and he's never done anything. I mean, he made the league, but what are you talking about?
Yeah, he definitely underachieved. He definitely underachieved. I mean, he was good. He was a good player.
Good.
He was an all-star.
He was a baller.
Yeah,
but Vince Carter was good. But if Vince Carter started talking crap,
I would actually put Vince ahead of Gilbert.
100%.
I mean, come on.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm a Hibachi fan. That's my boy.
I mean, I like him, but then I heard that.
He shot just like me. He can shoot like I can.
No.
Oh, I'm better? Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Mike.
I got you.
That's it. That's my 2 cents. I just had to set the record straight. Nobody named Gilbert is going to talk trash.
Corey, nobody was beating us in 2-on-2 back in the day. Nobody.
Oh, my God.
Nobody.
Gilbert would have beat you.
Nobody worry about nobody named Gilbert.
We ain't let nobody named Gilbert on the court.
Not even Gilbert's beat me on my court.
And then he would have beat you, and then he would have talked about you bad on his podcast.
On the podcast.
Like
I will say that Wizards
I whooped this boy Chris Peterson's ass.
I would have got him. I think I would have got him in my driveway.
That Wizards team, though, they do need a 30 for 30 because you had him, you had JaVale McGee, you had Swaggy P, you had a lot of characters on that team.
Gary Hughes, Antoine Jameson,
and everybody was bringing guns. So
yeah,
yeah, they were. What we got?
Does anybody have any other things they want to go over before we take a break and come back for the wheel?
I want to mention that I looked up Jalen Brunson's contract after last week's conversation.
All right, what you got?
The Knicks gave him as much as they were allowed to give him as a player with limited years of experience. It was 4 years, $104 million. So he is not on a cheap contract. They literally gave him as much as they were allowed to give him. I don't believe there was a discount there.
Yeah, but I mean, he earned it.
Yeah, dude, he was like
I'm
the
just
top
saying. If you ask me, I'm not.
All right, but look
that,
at look at DiVincenzo. Like he's cheap. He's mid. I think you could pay him more. And then McBride ain't getting nothing.
They're good values. I'm just saying.
I mean, they're not getting nothing. I know, but you're acting like
I don't think Brunson's a max contract player. Or is Brunson a max contract player?
We're not going to. Oh my God, Mike, we're not going anywhere without Brunson. Nowhere.
Yeah, of course you're not. But
I don't. Right. So why wouldn't you pay him? You got to overpay.
But we're gonna find. Here's what I'm saying, Chris. We're gonna find out that you're not going anywhere with Brunson.
I think we will. I think we can
go. Because if you're gonna spend max money, you need to get a max player.
What did Matt say last week? We can get a max player. He'd have been vicious
if he stayed in Dallas.
We can get. He didn't do it in Dallas.
If he would have stayed with Luka, and really, he'd been better there than Kyrie is.
He didn't.
Even though Kyrie's balling.
But why?
I was just gonna say Kyrie's doing pretty damn good right now.
I honestly think it has something to do with them three together too. I think all three of them are playing better than they would play anywhere. Just the odds,
boys.
Just the odds of them being together. Come on.
They have played together a long time, and that does go for something,
right? And so he may not have been the player, and he might not have got the rock the way he was supposed to get the rock. Like that's what I'm saying about David. That's what I'm saying about.
Like the way me, you, and Corey used to play when they teamed us together.
I mean, you know everybody's moves. You know what I mean? You know where he wants the ball. Chris wants to shoot all the time and be a gunner.
I was scoring.
Michael's rebounding.
I was damn near unstoppable.
Topher, I feel like, though, looking at your team, I think what Brunson is doing for the Knicks is kind of like what Isaiah Thomas did for the Celtics. Like, he took them and kind of just, like, ripped them into relevancy. and made them a team again, and then everybody started wanting to come here, or there was more interest. I feel like your team has been like kind of just like floundering there.
That's a good analogy.
You know what I mean?
But bringing up by the contracts, and like you said, we could. Why wouldn't you? Like if we go to the Eastern Conference Finals this year, if you're a big name contract next year and you can afford it, why wouldn't you want to go to the Knicks?
100%.
Like
that's what sucks,
right? Like next year, like we go to the Eastern Conference Finals next year, I guarantee we're going to land somebody.
Do you got money?
Yeah, look at. I mean, I gotta look into it a little bit. I'm not like as good with it as I am with the NFL, but I mean, I'm looking at these other contracts, and you're telling me what I mean. Even what we gave Brunson, it's not.
No, that's nothing. I mean, again, 50 mil was like what Lillard and Brown and those guys are getting. So 25 mil, like, damn.
I mean, Matt knows more than I do. But
is Randall done after this year? Is his contract's got to be up soon? They paid him a while ago.
They did pay him a lot.
But I mean, he's got to be coming to the end of that contract soon, right?
I don't know where he's at. I got to do better with that.
I don't know any of my players' contracts either, buddy.
Yeah, me either.
If this was the NFL one, I would tell you their middle name. And,
I know.
And where they went to elementary school.
We all know.
Everybody knows.
So, yeah, it's a little different.
Mike, is there a team you're like looking at yet, or you been scouting teams yet? I want to get you on the Bucks, man.
No, Tony, I ain't watched a second of NBA in the past week. This is when I get locked into March Madness like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, dude, I watched so much March Madness this weekend. 100 hours.
I do have 2 NBA games up in front of me right now. I got your Bucks up whooping the Lakers' butt 21-6 right now. Actually,
let's go. All right.
So it's a good early start.
I was really hoping the Lakers beat you.
I know LeBron's out.
Yeah, everybody's out.
Does Corey know about Does Corey know about the girlfriend team policy?
We might make a play-in game.
Dude, I'm not going make a play-in game.
I'm not choosing a girlfriend team until we're officially out.
Hey, Corey, I'm gonna make a prediction.
Shit, y'all are at 9th.
That's what I'm saying.
Corey, I'm gonna make a prediction. When we go to the game in Chicago, that is on the 9th, right? We play you on the 5th, and then we play you on the 9th. I think both of them are in Chicago. When we play on the 9th, Randall's going to play that game.
All right.
That's when he's going to play. And it sucks because he hasn't played since like January 28th.
We just hope the game means something.
I mean, it is going to mean something. I think we're trying to get the 3rd seed. And it actually isn't unrealistic to think we can get the 2nd seed. But I think we're going to end up in like the 3rd or 4th.
I want to play the Sixers in the play-in so I can go to it.
That's dope. I'm appreciative that I'm going to Chicago with you to see the Knicks. Like I'm hoping my guys are in. I want to yell to Big Ragu a couple times and have him turn around and point at me or something. So,
how many games behind the Bucks or the Knicks?
It was like 3 this morning.
Yeah, it's like 2.5 or 3.
I think it's 3. Yeah.
But that's why I was hoping the Lakers would beat you. But then I saw LeBron was out. Everybody sits, man. I mean, are they sitting? Are they hurt? Like.
They don't like
jockeying for position, baby. You got to see who you might play.
It gets ridiculous. Like I was talking to another guy that wants to start coming on a little bit. He's trying to start a podcast for during the football season. Josh, he watches all the podcasts, watches the NFC East podcast. He was saying, thank Kawhi Leonard for that. Back in the day, time management. Back when he played for the Spurs, that's why all these guys sit out. Is that? You guys might know better than me. Is that why? Is that what started all this?
First one, I think, to do it. Like him and Pop made it popular back in those days. But I mean, I think you have to do it now. Like I think.
Why? Jordan was playing 82 games in 2001 for the Wizards.
These games don't matter, dude. These games don't matter.
Everything matters. That's why these guys are just different. Yeah. My guys are playing every night. I mean, granted they have to because the other guys are hurt, but like you don't see DiVincenzo and Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart taking off.
I think they don't take off. Lakers they're in the playing game right now. Like they're playing for the playing game. So like you kind of just gotta look at it like all your chips are going into those 2 games. You know?
Will we ever see a 70-win team again because of that?
I mean, how many wins do the Celtics got this year? They got a lot of wins.
They won't get 70. Maybe 57. If they won every game.
No.
Matt, did they do it?
If they won the rest of their games, they don't get there right now.
Get there.
Do they do it much? Do they sit like Brown? Do they sit Tatum?
Yeah, they have been.
I don't follow enough.
Yeah, they have been recently, and it's worked in a sense of kind of like with the Knicks, where it's like you get your bench guys like Pritchard's getting starting minutes, Hauser's getting starting minutes, guys that we might really need to depend on in the playoffs. They're getting those minutes, which is huge. It's not, again, they blew a 30-point lead, so there is no excuses. But again, after looking at the stat sheet, I was like, oh, they didn't have Holiday, they didn't have White. It's like, okay, so the guys that control the game weren't there. However, you're up 30, but yeah, they're resting guys doing. I think that they have enough balance finally where they can do that. Give Al a night off, let him come off the bench, let Porzingis rest. We don't want him to get hurt, things like that. But it can hurt you too.
Yeah, right, guys, we're about to get Tony fired if we keep going with this current conversation. So,
all right, Tony, you got 2 minutes to get back to your
I gotta
job.
go later.
Good seeing you, brother.
See you, homie.
All right, we'll let Tony go. We'll take our break, and then
nice.
He's back.
Is he done?
Now he's
sideways.
I
hope
we'll take our break
like that
for the rest of
the whole rest of the time.
Steven, you got to leave it there for the rest of the night. If That's perfect.
So we're gonna take a break. Let's make sure we're telling all of our friends to like, subscribe, watch
and subscribe.
Podcast,
go Knicks.
Listen on Spotify, wherever you get it. Tell your friends, and then we'll come back. We'll spin the wheel and move on with this show.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening. Just a few quick reminders for everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And check out our fellow podcaster, Jim Montgomery, with This Day in Philly Sports History. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Clashing Conferences podcast.
Man.
Fun.
This is
so
our
fun.
internal competition segment of the show. So we're going to spin the wheel a couple times, 3 times, actually, exactly. And
what's on the wheel? Dante DiVincenzo?
It's the Big Ragu, and he's not on there, no.
God,
he wins again.
Dave, I love how you just say it one more time.
The Big Ragu.
Oh. All right.
All right.
That seems a little nasty, but go ahead.
Let's go.
Yes, clean up. All right. So we'll spin this one time, see what comes up. Hopefully it's a lot of team total stuff, because that single player stuff is awful to look up.
I'll tell you what's not on the wheel is Hornets wins.
Yep.
Oh, good. Single player turnovers.
That's cool.
Hey.
Something different.
I feel like we might get that.
Okay, hold on for 1 second. Can somebody explain in basketball what constitutes a turnover to somebody who doesn't understand basketball very much?
Wow. So it'll be right there in the box score, Dave. You just...
Yeah, I also want to understand it,
Are we really giving a point to, like, the person who has the worst game here?
Yeah. There you go, Mike. I thought it would be the other way around. Like,
if you force the most turnovers, that should be
what
I
think it should be.
That's not a stat. Like, you can't look that up.
I know.
Steals. I
like the turnovers.
That's already a category.
I like
it. I mean? So we're going to turnovers.
Do you want it to be like minus a point?
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, no, I like that.
No, I can't be Dave. I can't be negative.
Wait a minute. No, I like this. So whatever player has the most turnovers, your team gets minus a point. I like it.
No. We're not changing the system here.
I like it.
You're supposed to get a point.
I mean, if it's a negative thing, we can't be giving points for negative.
You know who will get a point? The other 3 guys.
I like the most turnovers because somebody's going to come in pissed off that they got a point.
Right.
No.
Not if we
I'll
win.
take a point any way I can get it, Dave.
That's what I mean.
I'll take a point any way I can get it.
100%. If we win the game and I win the competition that week and I had a guy that had the most turnovers, I'll take it.
I'm going to claim it.
Dude, Devin.
All right, well, we have to unanimously decide how we're going to do what.
Let's do
what
it
is
now.
The point system for this?
DiVincenzo last night actually had a few. He had quite a few.
God.
He had
the Big Ragu.
How many turn? I'm gonna look it up. Go ahead. You guys do it. I'm gonna see how many turnovers he had last night because he had quite a few.
Well, we can spin it again, but we will have to clarify how we're scoring that one. Go ahead and spin again. Oh, good.
Dave loves the single player.
Rebounds. I'll take that. I hope Mr. Robinson's back. Whoa, Precious Achua. We got Hart.
Yeah, the Hornets are not winning rebounds, so I need that turnover. I need that turnover thing to go my way here.
I'm glad I ain't in this because I wouldn't win anything either.
What do you mean you ain't in this?
You're in it this week because Tony P's not here.
Bulls.
I ain't winning that then.
Blocks team.
Okay.
All right. Got a team
Dave,
one.
Dave, these are easy. You can find these, man.
Yeah, I can do it. It's just the team ones take a lot less looking. That's all.
All right. Hit me up. I'm doing a little bit more research. Mike was so good at doing it. Like I was spoiled in the other one. But I know you're like going to learn, but you're going to be good. You're good.
Mm-hmm.
But look, you gave me a win this
I
week.
learned some things.
100%. You're going to have a team by the end of this.
Some guy I learned a guy's name and
Knicks.
You're going to learn more than you want to know about the Knicks.
You know what you should do? You know what you should do? You should shave your beard up a little bit, get a fade, and get a DiVincenzo jersey.
Oh, Lord.
Let's go. You got the red hair. Let's go.
It's always one name with him. It just repeats one person's name.
Andrew
From
Thomas.
the Knicks, Andrew Thomas. Now it's DiVincenzo.
I like the way
you need a jersey. I need a jersey. You need to buy
one for Christmas.
I got you.
Buy me one before April.
I got you.
It changes from week to week. It's going to be Hart next week, probably.
I love Hart. I'm telling you, Hart's still my favorite player on the team, even though he's not the best. Just give me the T-shirt jersey. Just give me the T-shirt jersey.
He flows through his next starting lineup like he does the Giants' offensive line.
We can. we can because we're so deep. We got so many good players on our team. Let's go.
Dave, is it about that time?
I think so. For Matt Libs?
I'm for Matt Libs.
All right.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do about Corey?
Oh, I already got some for Corey.
So
get off.
So he ain't off the hook. He's not getting Tony P's. Because it would be fun if he had to answer for Tony P and he could just make shit up. That would have been pretty funny.
Oh no. Tony, trust me. Next week's Matt Libs will be a Tony P special edition. Strap in.
I can't wait till he watches this Thursday and sees that.
I actually think some of the wild Tony P questions that you told us about in previous off-air segments might qualify for Corey questions as well.
Okay.
I know Corey's pretty wild, man. Him and Tony P I would love to take them two guys out to the bar and just let them work.
Mm-hmm.
Let them work.
I can't. All right, you're right.
All right, here we go.
Argue.
All right, Corey. So I'm gonna start off with you.
All
right. So, as a Bulls fan, Jerry Krause is blank as a GM.
Do I gotta answer honest? He is okay as a GM. I don't want to say he's horrible because he did a great job putting that team together.
Yeah.
I know, but I just hate the way it ended. I hate you're like, okay, it's
a business.
Let me try to build. I know, but I'm saying let's win 10 in a row.
Business.
We would win 10 in a row.
That's why Saquon's an eagle, because it's a business.
I think he was great. He brought great talent. Tony Kukoc, getting him was awesome.
Yep.
So I think he did a lot of good things. I just think he broke it up too early.
Yep. I can agree with that. All right. Yeah. That one's done. Mike, if you could relocate the Hornets to any other city that does not have an NBA team, that city would be
Lane. Please. Don't say
it. Yeah, you already know. Anybody who knows me knows. We're going to Vegas.
Yeah.
going to Vegas.
Like everybody knew that answer, right?
For betting on basketball. It's going to be Otani. They call them the Otanis.
I swear.
Vegas Otanis.
Dude, that's awesome. I swear. Like, as soon as he said it, Vegas was in my brain. Like, I knew you were going to say it.
No, you can send me anywhere to New Orleans. No, man. They broke my heart when they took my team out of Charlotte before. I hope it never happens again.
Well, I asked that because, like, one of the things I've wondered in the past is, like, take a
good,
city
Matt.
like Pittsburgh.
You're good.
You know what I mean? Pittsburgh they've won championships in football, hockey. How come they don't have a basketball team? So things like that, where I think, like, man, a team that maybe is kind of middling here, if you move them to this fan base, it might take it to the next level. So, but Vegas is definitely a good answer.
It's on brand for Mike, for sure.
Yeah. They won championships as a baseball team?
Not baseball, but hockey and football.
All right. I really like that baseball team. I really like that one with Bobby Bonilla, Barry Bonds, Andy Van Slyke, Doug Drabeck. Like that team that battled the
stadium
Braves.
is nice out in Pittsburgh, too. The baseball stadium's all that.
I've never been there, but I like that baseball team. They just didn't win.
Next question.
Dave. Oh, Dave gets a question.
Actually, I should have waited. But yeah, we'll go to Dave. Dave, based on what you've heard so far from all of us and our fan bases, the fan base you would like to punch in the face the most is?
Definitely the Knicks.
Yikes, it is. Because, I mean, sorry, Chris, it bleeds into your New York fandom. And, like, I don't, like, out of all these guys, like, I'm going to have to argue with you the most.
I feel like, look, that's fine.
Like, it matches.
I feel like I brought the most fire only because I feel like I'm a little more, like, I've been doing this for a little while now, and I am excited. And, like, Matt's used to winning. Like, they win. I mean, he's just waiting. It ain't time yet for Matt because that's what they do. I mean, they should be in the finals, right? And even with Tony P, like, Milwaukee's good. They're real good. They were the number 1 seed last year, right? So, Knicks haven't been good in a long time, man. I'm excited.
Long.
And the Giants should have been good last year, and the injuries like really hurt them.
How we get to the Giants?
I did because like I was comparing my fandom of the Eagles, and it's automatic.
Right.
I go against New York.
So what I'm saying is,
I'll give him a pass on that one.
And
he brings up Andrew Thomas. This is over.
I'm bringing it full circle now. For that reason, now I got something to be excited about. And I do believe I said what I said in the first segment. I think we can beat anybody any given night. And like I couldn't say that about either one of my teams in years. So let's go.
Gopher.
But see, this is where I'm gonna suck.
All right. You can't give Michael Jordan as an answer. So as a Knicks fan, blank is and always will be number 1 enemy of the state.
And I can't say Jordan.
You can say whatever you want.
Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller. Like I told you last week, I think we did this last week, and if I could replace one game, it's that damn series when he hit the 3, pushed off and fouled, held his hands up like he blow the whistle, right, Corey? Blow the damn whistle. He even knew he fouled. He went like this. And then he grabbed another one, hit another 3. And he scored like 8 points or 10 points in like 8 seconds.
That was sweet.
Is there anybody in the league that pisses you off like he did?
Is there anybody in the league that pisses me off like he did?
Yeah, or gets under your skin the way he did?
Like right now?
Yeah.
What's her name? Like a couple years ago in the playoffs when we were playing Atlanta.
Trae
Young.
Pissed me off, man. Like he's another one. Like he's another one that like like his cockiness in a way.
This year.
Yeah, but like that's the thing about Trae Young. Like I say this, guys are gonna kill me on this one because I do have a lot of respect for him now. But Corey will tell you this for being like as far back as we go. Even a couple years ago when we worked together, I always talk shit on Steph. I know Steph is like up there and he won a lot of championships. I just feel like Steph couldn't play. Like I feel like Steph would be like his dad back in the day, like when Jordan had played. Nice. Like I don't think Steph is like I just don't think he has the same game. I think the league changed in his favor. like Trey, when he was doing that to us in the playoffs and getting all them calls and all them flops and all them floaters, I'm like, he wouldn't have done that back in the 90s.
They
And
would
that's what
kick him in the chest.
And that's
they would
what
send him in the first row.
Right. And the same thing with Steph Curry. Like, he ain't going down the lane and doing what he's doing. Like, he better hope he's hitting threes as deep as he's hitting them, because you ain't doing what you're doing now, buddy. Like, that's my opinion. I guess because it's old school and that's just the way I am. But yeah, he's one. He's one. And it's kind of funny because he's kind of like Reggie Miller. Like, acts all innocent and acts like he ain't doing nothing, but he's always dirty. He's always playing dirty.
Killer. He's a killer in the playoffs, though.
And he's a hell of a player. He is. But I ain't worried about Atlanta. I mean, sorry, buddy, they beat you last night, but
back to Corey. Corey, the fact the Bulls won multiple championships with all white centers is blank.
This is a risky question.
There's an answer I want here. I'm gonna see if he gives it.
I know. I almost said something. It's his time. I can't say nothing.
I'm not gonna say the answer. I wonder what the answer you think I'm gonna say, but good. It's very good.
Okay.
It's white privilege.
That's not what I was thinking.
I'm a Jordan fanatic. I've been rewatching the documentary and all that, just for fun, and just looking at his team and going, Luke Longley, Bill Wennington, and Joe Klein. Those were his centers on that second three-peat.
Oh, well, they got Bill Cartwright. Cartwright was the best
was the
out
first,
of all of them.
Yeah, that was early. The
second one.
Dude, Cartwright shot, dude. He used to swing at like, I don't even know.
When you have a GM, he's like, I can't let it be all about the colors. Throw some white in there. That's why you think he got Kukoc. You gotta throw it in there.
Was Krause racist?
I'm just saying those centers combined had to have averaged like 3 points a game. Like, they literally just
they were good.
Spite.
They were
they were good.
Got my Bulls fans coming out of me a little bit, dude. Luke Longley and Bill Wennington could ball.
They were playing with God. Okay,
they could ball,
dude. It just seemed like at the right.
Mike Jones could have played center on that team, and
I'd have got a rebound or two. I'd get some rebounds.
Corey, Luke Longley. I mean, Luke. Even Bill Wennington, though, at the right time, he had some big moments. Like, he hit.
They knew they had to, or you would.
They knew their role. They knew their role, man.
You're playing with the greatest of all time.
Wow. What do you think he did? Jordan punched Bill Cartwright in his face. I hope Corey's phone didn't just die.
I think.
I'm at 10%. 10%.
Good answer.
10%.
Oh, shit. All right, Mike. If you could have the number one picks in the 90s that took Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson and redo it all over again, two players you would pick are?
Oh, well, first of all, I'm never trading those two picks.
Ooh.
I knew that was coming.
They were the best team we ever had. We won a playoff series with them. We were relevant. Those two guys were good. They weren't just good. They were really, really good.
Okay, but think about what you just said. You said that was the best team we ever had. We won a playoff series.
Yes. Yes, I mean, that is the level of success for the Hornets.
But it solidified his fanhood because it solidified your fanhood, though, because you were a fan from the beginning and they were good.
There's a different pick. I'm going to go a different route with this question. I would, to answer your question, no, I'm not trading those guys for nobody without even looking at who else was in those drafts. But there's a pick that set our franchise back. We would have had championships. Who knows what it was?
Morrison?
The Hornets drafted Kobe Bryant.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and they traded him.
And then we traded him for Vlade Divac and a bag of chips.
Yeah,
so
why?
I mean, that is the pick where our franchise went wrong.
Yep.
Damn, Kobe Bryant.
Yes.
Yep.
I remember. 100% know it. 100% know it. Yep.
Damn, that hurts.
Yeah, but like, you know what? It's funny.
Ruined my night, Matt. These Matt libs suck. Sorry, I'm kidding.
Mike, you know what's crazy about that? Like, I don't know about y'all, but like, I don't hear a lot of people talk about that. Like, you don't hear that a lot.
You
don't hear about that a lot in the mainstream.
It was the Hornets.
Stuff.
That's why. Because
Right,
talking about
yeah.
Hornets.
Wow, that's really.
If it would have been the
shocker,
Knicks,
bro.
they would have been
First time I
talking
heard
about
it.
that for years.
Like Steven should make a reel of this, and it should play on like ESPN. That's a big thing. That is a huge freaking thing.
Steve, call ESPN.
Lots.
We all remember it, but huge.
This isn't juicy. This is just something that I've heard, doing my research and stuff. So I was curious to hear Topher's answer on this.
Oh, Dave don't get another one?
If it was up to you and Klay Thompson wanted to come to New York in the offseason, you would.
Yeah, we just signed him.
Yeah.
Why not?
You signed him for max?
I give you a handful of reasons.
No, not for max. Well, you didn't say that. No.
He's not starting over that other guy, is he?
DiVincenzo? I mean,
there it is.
I mean, a lot of people would probably say, well, he don't even start out there, does he?
No. They benched him.
Yeah. No, I mean, I wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't give him max. Would I pick him up? I mean, yeah, I'd pick him up.
Over another possible free agent?
Over what?
Like over any other possible free agents? Because I know he's the big name, but.
Oh, and I don't. Honestly, with you, I don't even know the other names. If you could throw a couple other names at me, and
DeMar DeRozan,
I would take Rosen over Klay Thompson. It's just I don't know how it would work.
He's
with
old,
Jalen Brunson, but I think
Klay.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that concludes Matt Libs. Get ready for the special edition Tony P's edition next week. That's going to be.
That's going to be
at his neck.
Woo!
And what I'll do, I'll comment my answers that you asked Tony.
Okay.
Next week?
Yeah.
All right.
Just to see if we're in the same realm of craziness.
These might not have anything to do with sports. This might be like an expose.
That's what, exactly what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. You gotta do it on YouTube.
Yeah, we're gonna spill the tea. We have to do it on the most public platform in America, in the world.
On it.
Mm-hmm. Nice. All right. So when are you guys going to the Knicks Bulls game? That's next month.
2 weeks, right?
Yeah, we leave April 7th. I think the game's on the 9th. And we come back on the 10th.
That's in 2 weeks. That's like 12 days.
Yes, sir.
I'm excited. And you're
all you guys are going?
Well, it's me, Corey, Steven, and another friend of ours, Mike.
Yeah, they invited me, and I was like, I ain't going no Bulls next game with you fools.
You could hit a pony.
You should have went to the next Bulls game with us fools. That
I got 4 more tickets.
You could
anybody want to go?
Just as a meet up at a bar, you know what I mean? Tony's not. I mean, he's I think he's like north of Milwaukee, but all our family's from Milwaukee, so I know Chicago's not.
Oh, we out there for a couple of days, so yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
I would love.
Yeah, like I said, I got tickets to give away, so maybe we'll do it on the podcast. How about that?
Yeah,
people meet us out there.
Yeah, I like that.
There you go, producer. Put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, subscribe.
Me coming on the show, coming up with stuff.
Yeah, people can like and subscribe or something and get in a contest. And
it was a shirt. Now we're giving away tickets.
Hey,
watch them Knicks whip up on them Bulls.
Topher's like, I got 3 words for you: DiVincenzo.
That's like 4.
Please don't name the podcast DiVincenzo.
Hell no.
I will not watch it.
No. It would be the Big Ragu, everybody.
The Big Ragu. Yeah, there's the 3 words. I was waiting.
The big tomato paste.
Dave, you're on it. I think it was funny that you texted me the other day and you were like, yeah, but he won't do nothing against us in the playoffs. And then you had the 3-pointers made until last night. That's what you get, brother. That's what you get.
That's why I don't talk shit. Every time I talk shit, something happens. So yeah, I've learned.
You know, it pisses me off because I did it in reverse. Like I started looking back at all the early games and worked my way too, and then I got to the last one and I was like, "Son of a bitch! I could have just looked at that one the whole time."
That's how I did it. But I knew the night he had. I was like, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be all right.
Cool. Well, I think we're coming up on about our mark for the second half. So if anybody has some closing remarks we want to do, now's the time. And if not, we'll say our goodbyes and smash the like buttons.
Smash like buttons and smash vote buttons for Matt for Teacher of the Year. My man's in second place the last time I looked.
Where do you do that?
Voted about an
All
hour.
right. Well, we got to put that.
Got to be the hair.
He was in He was in fourth yesterday. In second today. Smash some votes for Matt, Teacher of the Year. Let's get him in first.
Yep. Follow Matt on Instagram. Steve, can you put that up on the Clash and Conferences Instagram so people can vote? Let's do it.
All over.
I appreciate that, honestly, guys. And I was reading the rules, and it looks like this is like the NBA playoffs where it's going to last about 2 months. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's like rounds and rounds and rounds, and then there's like other rounds in the so, hey, as long as I'm getting votes, I appreciate it. Win or lose, honestly, just seeing the support from everybody it's been overwhelming. And I mean, I'm not going to get into details, but there's been a lot. This year has been one of the craziest years of my life. So honestly, just seeing all the positive responses from everybody, especially you guys, has really meant a lot. So again, I with all sincerity, I appreciate it. Thank you guys.
We got
Absolutely, brother.
Awesome, brother.
All right, Corey. Well, I'm glad you got to join us. You're going to be coming back, right?
Oh, yeah. I'll make some sneak appearances every once in a while.
You got to be on the Tuesday night. We're in Chicago. That's got to be fun.
Yeah. I'll definitely be on that one.
I don't know how we're going to do that. We'll have to come up with something for that one.
And if we get into the play-in and play Boston first round, yeah, we'll talk.
Yep.
We'll win a quarter.
Make sure I know which quarter that is. I'm going to bet it.
Yeah.
Let me know.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Great show. And like we all said, smash the like button, share with your friends. Come back. Watch us again next week.
See you next week.
Peace, fellas.
Go Mets.
Boys.
Baseball on Thursday.